So I'm really trying to pump out all these videos to have a bunch posted before Loman is born. So this is the start of the original 1990s It character reviews. I'm going to start with probably my favorite character, which is Ben Hanscom. And the reason he's my favorite, especially in the original, not just because he's played by John Ritter, which just adds an extra bonus kick to it, I swear. But his character in general was just so sweet and so kind, and he was a little oddball at first, but he fit in perfectly. When they have his flashbacks to when he was a kid being bullied by Henry Bowers, and Bill and Eddie kind of saving him, even though it caused Eddie to have his asthma attack. It was just like, in that moment, you knew a friendship formed. You knew what they would do to protect each other. And I think Ben kind of started it all. Yes, most of them were like friends, but like they didn't come together. Bill and Eddie hung out. Richie and Stanley hung out. Beverly was kind of off to herself, even though she had a crush on Bill. And then when Ben joined, he brought them all together. And then that's when Mike Hanlon came into play. They all just kind of joined with Ben. So you can kind of say he was like the little founder of it. And when they got older, like when they showed the older characters, they kind of made it more about Bill, in my opinion. But I think it was all about, like, it wasn't all about Ben, obviously, but Ben's character just stuck to me. And then when he's older and he's an architect and he's drunk with his date, you can kind of tell like his life is not where he wants it to be because of the trauma he endured as a child, because he's not with the woman he wants. And he goes back and he struggles. The scene that always kills it for me is when he's in the hotel after like a lot of Pennywise drama. He's in the hotel and he's kissing who he thinks is Bev in the mirror, and he sees it's Pennywise. That scene just is always like a big what the fuck moment for me. And then that's when people get attacked in the hotel. But it was just such an overall moment, a fear moment. And now, obviously, spoilers if you haven't seen this movie. This miniseries has been on since 1990, so you should have seen it by now. But they defeat the bad guy in the end, and Pennywise. And they get to where Mike Hanlon is telling everyone stories. And he says how Ben and Beverly ran off together, and then a few months later, she's pregnant. And I find it so poetic that none of them could have kids until Pennywise was dead. It was just like a perfect moment, in my opinion. So what are your opinions? Comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.